Well, hello, everybody.
Howdy.
Here we are, episode 97 of Sports and Spaghetti.
Yes.
Chris and Nick with you today. Obviously, Anthony's not here. He's got some stuff to take care of. He'll be back soon. Indefinitely.
TBD.
Yeah, he'll be back. Anyway, we have yet another fun show for you today. The Brothers today. It's the Brothers show. And we're going to have some fun with this one today. Maybe a shorter show than you're used to, but that's how we roll. Either way, we have some business to take care of today. It's the Jolly Rancher Word of the Week. And themed this week. Okay, did you see it?
I did.
You did look at the script this week.
Unfortunately.
I know, you had to break character this week.
I like guessing, but I had to come prepared in the absence of our friend.
Yes. So the word of the week, the definition is the ingredient in bread, in most bread, that causes it to rise. Okay? And if you're wondering why of all the words it could be that, it's because in front of us, it's bread week. It's not the bread week that we said we were having, but it's still bread week.
It is, yes.
And so the word of the week is the ingredient in bread that causes it to rise and look like this and not be super flat. Today is all about bread and carbs. The food is a fully carb loaded segment, show. We have homemade bread. I made an Artisan loaf today, okay? And only half of it's here because I saved half of it for myself. And I wanted people watching to see the lovely crumb structure of that bread.
Yeah, no, I'm actually very impressed.
Right?
It looks like a real loaf of bread.
As opposed to...
I don't know.
Like if I just bought dough like Grammy used to do and throw it in a tin.
Yes.
Which still was good. That was very dense. Very dense bread, though. This is not as dense because it's homemade and you can see an even crumb structure, which means it was proved correctly. So this bread actually started today, Nick, during my period 6 class. Okay? This started at school, at work, at about 12:45 this afternoon. And what I did was I had my class make the dough. Oh. And the reason why I had them do that is because it's that easy. It's a really easy recipe. The way it looks on the outside comes down to how I cooked it.
Yeah.
It was cooked in a Dutch oven. Do you know what a Dutch oven is?
No.
A Dutch oven, if you don't know, it's a big ceramic pot.
Oh, yeah.
With a lid. It's heavy.
Yeah.
And ours is light blue. It's a heavy ceramic pot. And it just cooks by conduction. If you're listening and you're in my classes, it uses conduction mostly. But it also uses convection. As the hot air gets into the Dutch oven and circulates through there. So it cooks it nice and evenly. The convection is what gives it the nice crust. The conduction is what heats it evenly and cooks it nicely through. So you get a nicely well-cooked loaf of bread. Usually a loaf like this would take almost 18 hours. This one only took 5 from start to finish.
That's impressive.
3.5 cups of flour. 1.5 cups of water. A packet of yeast, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. That's all that went into this. And now butter. There's butter on it. That's it.
You know, I was actually planning on making bread today, as you know. And I was going to tell you what I was going to make, but maybe I'll make it next week as a surprise.
You can make it.
So I'm not going to
Don't tell me.
But it's going to be gas if I do it right.
I can't wait to see.
Because I had a genius idea.
Is it a quick bread?
No.
Do you know what a quick bread is? A quick bread is a banana bread, a pumpkin bread, a zucchini bread, things like that is quick bread because it uses baking soda instead of yeast.
No, it's not. No. We're using yeast. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very excited. Yeah, we could do it next week.
Yeah.
You got tied up with work.
It's supposed to be my birthday week next week.
Yeah. Well, you got tied up with work. I heard that you woke up late for work today.
I did. I did.
Yeah.
I did. It was fine, though. Jose clutched up as always.
It's all good. So we have we have our bread. And so it has to rise for 3 hours.
Yes.
Okay, it's a 3-hour rise, and then you don't have to knead this, but you have to turn it over. You have to knead it like 4 times. One turn, one turn, one turn, one turn, and then let it sit for another 30 minutes while the oven preheats, and then you bake it for 30 with the lid on, 10 with the lid off. Done.
I have a question.
Yes.
How do you mix said bread? Is it the kneading? Is that what the mixing is?
You don't have to knead it. Oh, the only mixing that you have to do is until all the ingredients are incorporated into like a sticky dough.
Yeah.
And then you cover it and let it rise for 3 hours.
How do you mix it into said sticky dough?
With like a spatula.
Oh, okay. Because my recipe wanted me to use a dough hook, and I was like, oh.
Well, some bread recipes require you to mix it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then knead it for 7 to 10 minutes or however long it says. But this is a no-knead bread.
Yeah, mine is no knead, but it said to use a dough hook when mixing. And I was like, oh, I don't think I have a dough hook.
I just used a spatula.
Okay.
Like a mixing spoon. But every bread is different. What you get when you use more complex methods is a more complex taste and maybe more texture than this will give you. This is just soft all the way through. I mean, it's pretty uniform. So there's nothing complex going on. And in more complex breads, like platted loaves, when they're all woven together, you get more texture and you get more bites. This is more simple.
Yes.
But it still delivers on flavor, so we're going to try it right now. And we'll be back after we try it to give our ratings. All right. We're back. We had some bread. It's homemade bread. What do you think, Nikki?
It was fantastic. I do love my breads. And this hit on the bread scale, if you will.
You're a bread guy.
I am a bread guy. And this was good bread.
Nikki's the Paul Hollywood of this podcast. Paul Hollywood is the judge on Great British Baking Show, and he's known for bread. And I think he would approve of this. I think he would say it's very simple. He'd see right through it.
Yeah.
He would see right through, and he'd say, oh, you didn't need that. You didn't need it. Because he could, I analyze the way it looks and say, oh, this is how you made it. He would have a problem with it. It's too heavy or something.
I have no problem with it.
All right, Anthony's usually the keeper of the ratings, but we'll forward them to him. He's still very much part of the podcast. Do not worry. He's not going anywhere. Nick, what do you rate the homemade artisan loaf?
It was very nice. It was artisan-y. I did taste the artisan-ness of it, if you will. No, I liked it a lot. It had good crunch and good softness. It went well with the butter. I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Yeah. I think, for me, what would have made it even better is if I had more time, I could have done something with it. I would like to see how that would have tasted if I incorporated an ingredient in there. Like, I would have personally liked maybe to have garlic in there or basil, some parsley, some flavor, rosemary, just to, because it's plain.
Yeah.
You know, some people put like cheese, Parmesan.
Yeah.
Anthony's, and he'll probably still make this. He might even make it for next week if he's back next week. He was going to make a hot cherry pepper focaccia, which we've done an episode on very early on, first couple episodes of the pod. And that's really nice because it's got more than just the bread taste.
Yeah. That's what mine.
And so I like your rating. I'm going to say 8.8 on my bread. It's well done. It's well cooked. It's not burnt. It's nicely brown.
Yeah.
Nice golden brown on the outside, and it's plain. It's plain, but it's good. It delivers on flavor. You'd eat it every time.
Yeah, I also have to say, you can't compare it to our other ratings because, you can't miss on bread. So,
right,
it's kind of in a different.
Right, yeah. If this got a 10, it's bread. If it was a 10, then it's not, on the same level as like a 10 meatball.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's bread. It's very easy to make.
Yeah.
You just need time to make it. All right, there you go. It's bread week, and I made an artisan loaf, and it was very good. It is time, Nick.
This is exciting.
It is. I wish Ant was here for this, but he said, nope, you will forge ahead without me this week.
Hey, we got his votes. That's all that matters.
It is time for round 1 of Starch Madness. Okay? Starch Madness is upon us, and we are here to decide which pasta shape reigns supreme. Okay? We will be voting on the pod. We will have our own pod ratings, and we will also have polls this weekend. Look for these when you listen on Saturday into Sunday. Okay? We'll be expecting your votes, and the internet will vote for its favorite, as will we, on the pod. And last year when we did Starch Madness, the potato battle, our ratings, our votes were very different than the internet's. So this is very, very fun. All right. So we announced the competitors last week. Let's announce them really quick again, and then we'll start. All right?
Sounds good.
So 1 versus 16 is spaghetti versus wheels. 2 versus 15 is penne versus pappardelle. 314 is medium shells versus fusilli. 413 is rigatoni versus angel hair. 512 is farfalle and rotini. 611 is linguine versus ziti. 710 is cavatappi versus gemelli. And 89 is fettuccine versus bucatini. Okay? We're going to go straight from the top to the bottom. Number 1, our first matchup is spaghetti versus wheels. The top-selling pasta shape of all time versus wheels, which was a write-in vote.
Oh, it got a bid? An automatic bid?
An automatic bid to 16. It got an automatic trip to the dance by being Melissa the Mouse's favorite, one of her favorite shapes. And so she got the automatic buy, as she should. She
Yes.
does so much. She even yells at me when I forget Hardin's hedgehog. But, you know,
So be it.
So be it. Life. Okay. Not a big problem, right? Not one that we have to dwell on.
No, because, we're here now. We don't have any more pie episodes to come.
And we're human beings. And human beings make mistakes,
They
right,
do.
Nick?
Yes, they do.
But we don't have to lose our minds, right? Okay. Anyway, I have Anthony's votes.
Shall we start with his?
Should we do Anthony's first?
I think we should.
Because we might have to duke it out.
Yes, we might. And you've seen Anthony's votes. I have not.
That's true.
So,
okay.
I can't wait.
Spaghetti versus wheels, 1 versus 16. Anthony's vote is spaghetti.
Very well.
Okay, Anthony's vote is spaghetti.
Very well.
So 1 for spaghetti. Nick, what is your vote?
Okay, spaghetti is a powerhouse of a pasta. It really is. It holds together a lot of meals. However, I really like that wheels got an automatic bid. I think, they can get hot during the season, and once they get rolling, they don't stop. They really don't. And I'm going wheels. Give me wheels at the 16. Going on. Please. Give me wheels.
Oh, boy.
Underrated, understated, wheels in 5.
Oh, boy. Here we go with the wheels. Okay, here we go. So I'm the deciding vote.
You are.
Nick, I'm gonna turn to my brother. It's a brother episode here.
It is.
I'm gonna ask you a question about me.
Yes.
And you know this answer.
Okay.
When I played hockey,
Yep.
what was my role on most teams?
You're the backbone, the goalie. I don't know what you're looking for.
Backbone or back up?
The back up, if you will.
I am a proud backup goalie
Yes.
in high school and in college, not so much. But my first year, I was. And I'm a backup goalie fan as a result. I
Yes.
lived my college life as a backup.
An
and
underdog
I played,
fan.
And I played my senior year and only lost 1 game as the backup. And so, underdog fan. Spaghetti, however, it's an undisputed champ, Nick.
It is an
Wheels!
Yes, sir!
Wheels!
Yes, sir!
Wheels!
Wheels!
Are you kidding me? Wheels is one of my favorite shapes of pasta.
Wheels is gas.
Wheels, I'm a lover of the 16 upset over the 1. Of course I'm going wheels. I love making wheel pasta. It's so good with some butter, salt, and cheese. It's so good with some tomato sauce. it's such a fun shape.
It's rare for a fun shape to be so good.
Right? And it's not elegant at all. It has no grace.
No.
It's not graceful. It's just pure party.
It is a wheel.
And you could use it in a pasta salad. I know you're not into that, but you could use it in a pasta salad because you could serve it cold. It's a good it's spaghetti you cannot have in a pasta salad.
No, sir.
Spaghetti is pretty much kitty cornered into Italian cuisine.
It is. It's very basic, in my opinion.
I would not serve spaghetti with my honey lime chicken. I do serve other shapes, such as wheels, with honey lime chicken. Spaghetti is very good. It's undefeated with meatballs, right?
Yeah, of course.
Undefeated with like a lemon wine sauce.
Yes, yes.
But wheels is more fun.
It is.
And I and Nikki like to have fun with pasta shapes. And wheels has just taken round one over the number one spaghetti. I don't know who could beat wheels right now. It just beat the number one.
When they get rolling, they don't stop.
And he's not lying. So do wheels. Okay. Wheels, the unbelievable underdog, comes and wins. Like I said, you never know. With this draft, okay? I knew when Wheels got in it had a chance. 2 versus 15, penne. Again, a staple in houses. It's penne of penne alla vodka, one of the most popular Italian dishes in the world, and Melissa's favorite pasta dish in the world. Versus the 15, pappardelle. Okay. Anthony. Anthony's vote is for penne.
Okay, very well.
Shall I go?
Up to you.
I'll go this time. You went
Yeah, well, we can
last
alternate.
time. Yeah. All right. I think people that know me know what I'm going to pick.
Okay.
I think you know what I'm going to pick here. Penne is much too plain for me.
Yes, I knew that's.
I'm going to vote for pappardelle, and the reason why is because it's actually one of my very favorites. It goes super well with a thick ragu, like a meat sauce, or like a short rib sauce. Have you ever had a short rib sauce?
No.
I'm gonna make a short rib ragu, and you'll like it.
Okay.
You will like it. It's not like a meatball. It's different. It's like shredded beef in a tomato sauce with wine. It has red wine. It's a really rich, thick ragu. It's called, and it holds thick sauces really well. It's a very thick noodle, ribbon noodle. I love it. Got lots of... it's very good to make homemade, too. Pappardelli's got my vote. Nikki, you're the deciding factor. Penne versus Pappardelli, 215. Who do you have?
Listen, man. Penne is so good. Penne, I've had it my whole life. We used to have penne in school. I mean, all that stuff. Penne goes good with a lot of things. It holds sauce well. You can stick your fork in it and pick it up like that.
That is nice.
However, pappardelle, I mean, it holds sauce like no other. That thing is thick. Well, it's wide. My bad. It's very wide. And you could do a lot with pappardelle, and it's very fun. However, I'm going with penne.
That's a good choice for you. I knew you were gonna go penne. I think the fact that you just said right there with the forkability of it.
The forkability.
Right?
Yes.
Well, because wheels also have that.
Forkability, yes.
You can put the fork through like 6 wheels.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's like ripping the paper on a gift wrap. That is a great point you make. The penne is great because you could get like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, and the sauce will get inside it too.
And if they stick together.
Oh boy.
Yep. Good choice.
Thanks.
Penne goes on. Oh, I should be marking these. Let me change the text on the winner to green. Well, what I think is green at least. And Nikki can help me because
I was gonna say that looks like gold. Well, like I see your little sports and spaghetti guy next to it, and that looks green, and the text doesn't look green, bro.
It doesn't.
That looks green. Your little marker. Like move your little guy. See, look, that looks green.
You know what? Whatever color it is, we're going with. Let's see what the computer says it is. Oh my God, it's orange.
I said gold. I wasn't far off.
It's orange. Oh my God, my students are like, what do you mean you're colorblind? That is exactly what I meant.
I'll take gold.
All right.
That was close enough to orange.
Orange is the winner. Okay.
Just flash the color on the screen so everyone knows how stupid we look.
I will be. Medium shells versus fusilli. Oh, boy. Nick.
Oh, Anthony.
And Anthony picked fusilli.
All right, listen, man. I'm not even going to waste my time talking about fusilli.
Get it out
Medium
of there.
shells clears fusilli 100 times over. And I'm going to tell you there's no better pasta feeling in the entire planet than when you get a shell in a shell in a shell in a shell.
Several shells inside 3, 4 even.
Best pasta feeling in the world.
That bite you get is unparalleled. It's one of the best feelings in the world.
And the sauce gets inside and on the shells.
You know what I love about the shells is the ridges on the shell.
Yeah.
And they, even when the sauce dries a little bit, it's still heavenly.
Yes, and it's smooth on the inside.
Yes.
Of the shell. I mean, it is just a top tier
Ronzoni
pasta.
shells are unbelievable. I prefer them to Barilla, but I shells for me too. Medium shells. Sorry, Anthony. We couldn't get this one.
A shell within a shell.
A shell. The shells are. I think we've gone on and said they're my favorite shape. So
Yeah.
I'm never gonna vote against the shell against anything on this bracket. I can't vote against shells. I would take it over anything. All right, this one might be a problem. The next one, the 413, might be a little bit of a problem. We're starting to get closer in these ratings.
Yeah, it's not good.
Rigatoni versus angel hair. Angel hair, we've said it before, is a childhood classic of TT.
It is.
Of our mom.
Yes.
It's a childhood classic. It was cut up, usually to prevent choking. This is not a bad play. But to hardcore Italians, it might ruffle some feathers. A cutting of pasta. It's a very unique pasta.
It is.
Rigatoni is also a top tier. It's the 15-minute cook time. It takes a long time, but I love rigatoni because just it's the bite. It's got a good bite as long as you don't overcook it. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Anthony picks angel hair.
Surprising.
I'm a little bit surprised with that.
Yeah, that's Mr. Italian over there. Not picking the rigatoni.
Capellini is another name for angel hair. I think he might have been. I think his judgment might have been skewed partially. No, I'm kidding. My vote is rigatoni. Rigatoni is one of my favorites. It used to not be, but it really is now. Rigatoni goes well with a bolognese, which is another type of meat sauce. Rigatoni goes well with Alfredo. Rigatoni goes well with a lot of sauces. A nice little lemon sauce with a little bit of the pasta water. Oh my! That's what I made last night. It was rigatoni with that, and it's just, I don't know. Something about the bite of it, similar to the bite of a shell in a shell, that I love about rigatoni. So I vote for rigatoni. It's 1-1. Nick, your turn.
I'm not gonna waste time again. Chris, I'm sorry. You know where this is going. I do have to pick angel hair.
Yes.
And, I'm not going to sit here and claim that angel hair is the greatest pasta of all time. However, there is just something about angel hair that makes it so good. I don't know if it's the fact that it's done in 2 minutes, and if you're really hungry, it's out. It's done. I don't know, but I really like the fact that it's like so thin that you could just pick it up with ease in a clump and just shove it all in your mouth. Like spaghetti and all of those, they slip off the fork.
You have to
The angel hair, you can pick it up. You don't have to twist. You can just scoop it up.
You know what angel hair does give that I do appreciate? The smell when it's done cooking.
Yeah.
It emits a really nice smell compared to other pastas, in my opinion, right?
Yeah, no, it does.
It's a very strong, distinct smell that you don't get when you cook any other type of pasta.
Yeah, it's very dense because of how thin it is.
Right, it almost becomes like one thing.
Yeah, no,
like not just one strand. It becomes like bites.
Yeah. No,
pasta.
literally, if it's too sticky, like you can literally pick up the whole bowl of it with a fork.
Right. If there's no olive oil or butter on it, it gets very sticky because it's so thin.
Yeah,
I agree. It gives off a nice starchy smell. I do like that. All right. See, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. I don't agree with it, but I knew he was going to pick it, so I'm not going to even waste time arguing. The arguing is going to come soon. We're halfway through the first round. So far, we have wheels, penne, medium shells, and angel hair moving through. Hey, you can't complain with those four.
No,
those
sir.
are four amazing pasta shapes, okay? The next is the 5 versus the 12 as we get closer in terms of rank. Farfalle, which is bow ties or butterflies, as Sabrina calls them, and 12 rotini. This is a big matchup right here. These are two that I really like. Two childhood flavors, shapes, both with their own flavor and profile.
Yeah, very different.
Let's consult the phone. Anthony picks Farfalle. Bow ties for Anthony. All right, Nick, you're up.
Farfalle. Where do we start? I think farfalle is one of the most overrated pastas in the world.
No!
In fact, I was doing a lot of research on these pastas on Reddit, actually. And farfalle is on a list of a lot of people's worst pasta shapes, which made me feel justified in my decision to pick rotini, which is an amazing pasta. It's hard to pick up. It doesn't have great forkability, but it has great sauceability.
We've created a new word.
We have.
Forkability.
But it has great sauce coverage. And, I'm a fan of rotini. So I'm going rotini here, sir.
Now, I got a little problem.
I think you do, because I don't think you know what you want to pick yet.
I know exactly what
do.
I'm picking. And my problem is that when I cook one of these, I cannot pick it up. They flatten out. They lose their crunchy middle. And you cannot pick up 4 and 5. Farfalle is one of the most overrated pasta shapes. You're right. Rotini is not my favorite. And I don't like the tricolor rotini either.
Oh, yeah, get that out of you.
But I do have to take rotini because it has better forkability and better sauce holding. Farfalle doesn't really hold sauce. It's a good kid shape.
Yeah,
Sabrina really enjoys it. But even with her, they flatten out on her.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get the middle right, too, like...
You have to undercook it, and Melissa does not like it undercooked. I don't mind it undercooked, but you have to get the middle right. They are fun to make homemade, though. You cut them out in rectangles, and then you pinch the middles. They're fun to make. But, again, they flatten out on you. So that's tough. Rotini for me. Sorry, Anthony. Rotini. We'll move on. So far, 3 underdogs out of 5 have made it through. The 12, 13, and the 16 have made it through. The 2 and the 3 have also made it through as we go on to what's going to be a problem. This is going to be an argument in this room.
I mean, there should be no issue here. Like, genuinely, there should be no issue.
6 versus 11 is linguine versus number 11, ziti. Nick? Obviously, Anthony picked linguine.
Did he say anything else? Was there a follow-up to the pick?
He said, give Nikki hell on ziti.
Interesting.
Nick?
All right.
I'm going to let you go next because I think there's going to be an argument here.
There should be no argument. All right, so let me just say something first before I give my pick.
This has been too friendly.
Ziti is a shape of extruded pasta originating from the Italian regions of Campania and Sicily. It has similarities to bucatini, Ant's favorite pasta, but is much thicker. It is commonly used in baked ziti, and there are really no other, substitutes for it other than penne or rigatoni, which we already picked penne. And I will also say, in a very popular TV show known as The Sopranos.
Oh, boy.
A box of ziti is a very common term used for $1,000 of money.
What? No more ziti?
So, with all that being said, ziti has fantastic forkability. The best forkability in the game, in fact, by sticking the fork through the tubes you can pick up all the ZT. Okay? You can even stab the ZT. It has better forkability than the penne because it's not as slippery. It has good sauce holding ability, not on the outside, but on the inside. Okay? ZT is fantastic. And even if you don't get all the sauce with your ZT, you can dip a nice piece of bread in the bowl at the end. Okay? A nice piece of bread. So with all that being said, linguine is also very good, I will say. But you know what? It's not ZT. It's slippery. It's like spaghetti. It's overrated, and ZT should be going on to the next round.
That is a terrible pick.
You're terrible.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, and you know what? No. Are you voting? Are you done?
I'm picking linguine.
You're
Whoa! Whoa!
You're an idiot.
Why?
Oh no! First off, Ant's an idiot. First, I want to say that because he's like the real idiot. But you're also an idiot, and you're also a real idiot. ZD is better. How are you gonna pick penne and write off spaghetti, but you're gonna pick linguine over zit?
I didn't pick penne. Did I pick penne?
No, you didn't.
I picked pappardelles.
That Maroon did, and you know what else he picked? Bucatini. That has to be in this list.
Well, that's
and
not
guess what?
making it through.
Bucatini ain't making it through.
I got news for you. Bucatini's not going through the next round, Nick. All right, let's stop right there. All right, we'll give that one. Let's just mark fettuccine through to the next round now, because Bucatini shouldn't even be on the list.
Yeah,
no
that's what I'm saying. Well, how is it even a 9 seed, bro? Why does ZD have to go against linguine in the first round?
I think that was a write-in.
But Book had to go against fettuccine. I mean, you give me ZD against like I don't know, fusilli, and it's going through the next round. I mean, this is ridiculous seeding right here. Anyways, you're delusional. I hate you, and Ant, I hate you too. And you don't like The Sopranos anymore, so don't claim you do.
Nick, I'm not. First of all, I'm not telling you ZD's bad. All right, but linguine is one of my favorites. I'm not going to go against linguine. It's one of my favorite pastas. Linguine with lemon chicken, like linguine with garlic and oil, linguine with anything. I would take linguine dollars to donuts over spaghetti. I would take it over fettuccine. I would take it over pappardelle. I would take it over a lot. It's my favorite long pasta. So there that is. So linguine rightfully is my pick because it's my favorite long pasta. I don't even like thin linguine fini. I don't like it. I like regular linguine. It's got a perfect bite, good mouthfeel, and it's got great sauce holding ability, and it's got a great chew.
This is stupid, by the way. I hope you know that.
Why?
What do you mean, why? ZT is like one of the best pastas of all time. I guarantee you, ask any of your kids at school, ZT. What do we have at St. Greg's all our life? ZT.
It's just kind of boring.
But sometimes simple is better, okay?
I just think it's kind of boring.
Farfal is not boring, and what'd you do to Farfal? Where is Farfal now?
It's dead.
Yes.
It's dead.
You're an idiot. Ant's an idiot.
I gotta ask you a question, though, Nick.
What?
Why would you prefer a plain noodle over all these shapes? It doesn't hold sauce well. Sauce rolls right off of the surface of it.
Into the tube because the tube is wider
and
than penne.
And it holds up too much sauce.
Huh?
It's got a lot of sauce in there, Nick.
What?
It's too much.
What do you mean? It's too much. First, there's no sauce. Now there's too much sauce.
On the outside, there's no sauce. On the inside, it's loaded up with sauce.
Exactly.
I don't want a
so
gushy
you get the perfect
bite.
amount of sauce. Gushy?
Yeah, I don't want a gushy bite.
If you make thick enough ziti, it ain't gushy. That's why you don't get bucatini, the stupid thing.
I'm not going to debate you there. But I just think there's a little bit too much, especially when the sauce is not thick. If it's ragu.
Well, you're the one that poops on ragu anyway, so I don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot. You're a yapper.
I never get
He's
ziti.
The biggest yapper.
I never get ziti.
You never get ziti.
No.
No?
No, I get. If I had to get ziti, I get ziti rigate with the lines and the slants. I don't
That's
even like
penne.
Well, I'm sorry. Ziti rigate is just it's the tubes with lines. but that's basically rigatones. So I don't like just the flat, plain nothingness.
But it's simple. It gets the job done, and the thickness fills you up.
I don't like...
It's better than wheels. Way better than wheels. Wheels are way too thin.
That was a pause.
No, it wasn't. Penne is also too thin. Ziti has good thickness. And it has a wide enough tube for the sauce.
I disagree. Well, that's why you lost.
Well, you're an idiot.
All right. Well,
So
here
is
we
he.
go. We've got the most controversial of them all right
Oh,
here.
I forgot about this because I haven't even picked yet, to be honest.
7 versus 10, and it might as well be 1 versus 2. Cavatappi versus Gemelli. I don't know what I want to pick either.
Well, good thing we don't have to go first.
Anthony...
I can't wait for this.
Andy obviously picked Bucatini, right? For 8-9, so that's done.
Yes, thank you for that.
Anthony picked Cavatappi.
Before we move on from the bucatini, I just want to say when I was doing my research, I work at a grocery store. You know this.
Yes.
And I looked in the pasta aisle to look at all the different pasta shapes. I didn't even see a bucatini in the rizzoni. I didn't see it in the Barilla. No. I didn't see it in the Stop and Shop brand. No. So why is it on our list?
It was a writing candidate.
He gets that automatic bid at the 9 seed.
I don't know.
So where do you even get Book?
You get it. You could get it at Stop and Shop, but they have it. It's like the Chico brand.
I see.
It's like the $3 box of pasta.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Very well.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, what did he pick?
He picked. Did you hear that? That was like ASMR. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Melissa hates that. He picked Cavatappi.
Okay. And you're going first this time?
Sure. I have to think this through though.
Yeah, we got two twisties, so to speak, in a way.
We have twisties versus.
I mean, they both twist.
Yeah.
Well,
one's a corkscrew. The other one is a tighter corkscrew.
yeah, yeah, essentially, and they both have their pros. A lot of
Cavatappi is really good forkability.
Oh, it's some of the best.
The horizontal forkability.
Yes. And the way it holds sauce in between the screws, the corks.
Yep. It's excellent. Gemelli, I think, has an unrivaled texture.
It really...
It's always so good. It's a firm bite.
Yeah.
It goes great with a lot of sauces.
And it's got good forkability, too.
It does.
Just because it's so, thick, dense. Because it's all so such a little tight thingy thing.
I have to go with Cavatappi here. And the reason why is because Cavatappi is very versatile. And I especially sometimes what I'll do is I'll make it. And for example, if we came here tonight, I go home and it's sitting on the stove cold. I'll put a little bit of olive oil and balsamic vinegar, some Italian seasoning on it, and eat it cold. As a pasta salad.
That's a good point. Cavatappi is good cold. That's a good point.
It's good cold, and that's why it's getting my vote. What would you pick? Not that it matters, really.
Well, it does matter because I think this is our only unanimous pasta choice.
It is.
Cavatappi is also my pick.
And it's not a landslide.
No. Yeah, I mean, the hardest choice is the only unanimous one. But,
right.
Cavatappi is just so good. I mean, it's the springs are so firm, it doesn't flop out.
No,
it's not slippery. It's just the forkability is very good.
It's wonderful pasta shape.
Yeah,
there you go. So we will reseed these. We will come together and reseed these fairly. But making it through to the next round are wheels, penne, medium shells, angel hair rotini, linguine, cavatappi, and fettuccine. So only two, we have 3 of the 8 are long pastas, which is a good thing, but...
yeah, there's going to be some tough matchups coming up, just looking at what we got left. I mean, these are all banging choices.
Yeah, even the ones that got left are pretty good still.
Yeah.
But I like the ones that we picked better overall.
Oh, for sure. Man, Like, how am I going to eliminate some of these?
I don't know. All right,
Shells,
Nick. Ready?
Yo, yeah.
It's the sports segment of Sports and Spaghetti. We're going to talk about some Champions League soccer and some March Madness. We're going to talk really about UConn because Nick is our resident UConn guy. So he's going to give some wisdom on UConn, and then we're going to get out of here. Let's do in no particular order. I'm not going to do a big fancy intro. I'll leave that for Anthony. It's going to be interesting to see what we choose for an exit this week.
Oh, yeah, I have to do it.
Yeah, that's you.
Oh, boy.
All right. The good of the week is it's nice to see Liverpool lose in the Champions League. And they lost to PSG, the underdog, in that game, in that set of games. And that kind of just makes it even better. And I just wanted to put that as the good because I'm tired of Liverpool winning, especially everybody saying Liverpool, nobody can beat them. Get out of here. Yeah. There's teams that played today that we're going to talk about that could beat them.
Yeah, they are not as dominant as people think they are.
They're not as dominant of a team as the dynastic Man City teams.
No, they're not even close. Like, it's not even.
No, they're not as good as some of the Liverpool teams.
No,
that have won the Premier League in the past. So seeing them lose was great, and I know Dad feels the same way, and that's the good. All right, the of the week. The Yankees are piling up injuries, okay? The news this weekend came out that Garrett Cole is out for the season. That's right. The season hasn't even started, and he's out for the season. He's getting Tommy John surgery, and that's a big problem. That's your ace.
Yep.
That's your number one starting pitcher. Pitched in Game 5 of the World Series. I got to watch the horrifying errors. It's just as bad every time. And he will not pitch a game this season for the Yankees. And it's a shame because you're like, well, you spend the whole offseason doing what?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's such a bummer. Luis Gil is also out. Giancarlo Stanton is out. Frankie Montas is out. Not Montas. He's wrong team. Who am I thinking of? The guy from the Cubs. Efros. Efros is out. That whole experiment is a big problem. Montas is also out, but he's on the Mets. Just so many injuries. Giancarlo Stanton, long-term out. His both elbows are injured. This has now just become a massive problem for the Yankees.
Yeah, I saw the Garrett Cole thing, and I was like, the first thing I thought was, this could happen to the Dodgers, and this is why you guys are stupid for being so concerned about it. Because this can happen to any team at any time. And it could also mean nothing. They could still be dominant. The guys have to get it together. The guys have to pick each other up. People have to step up, earn their job.
It really does seem like, though, with the Yanks, that this happens every season.
I mean, yeah, that's because of who they go after. They pick these older guys that have health concerns. I mean, and then this happens.
They bank on them.
Yeah.
You know, Goldschmidt might be in the same boat.
Yeah, I mean, we saw in basketball with Anthony Davis, that whole dilemma with Luka Doncic, and AD's like out for the season now.
I know.
I mean,
and now the Lakers look like geniuses.
Yeah.
You know?
And they didn't even make the offer, so
I know.
Crazy, yeah.
And so it's a piling up problem right now for the Yanks. All right, here's the bad. The bad, I was going to talk about the Bruins because they're very badly mismanaged, but I'm not going to talk
Yeah,
about
they are bad. They're going to be an honorable mention.
They can be. They got rid of Olmark, Marchand, Bergeron, Barzo, and Brazo. Sorry,
their whole dynasty essentially.
They're within a span of 12 months. I know Bergeron retired, but like you lost your captain because you tried to extend him for a $3.5 million AAV contract. What are you doing? I mean, we love to hate the guy, but the guy's worth at least $6 million a year at this point in his career, and that's like, all right, $5 million a year. Take a hometown discount. That is awful. $3.5 million. I'm not playing in the NHL for $3.5 million, and I'm sitting here. No, it's terrible. All right, Nick, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is a humdinger.
Humdinger.
Okay. There was a student in Portsmouth, Virginia.
Okay.
Okay, a college, an athlete from Portsmouth is facing charges of assault and battery
Lovely.
after a video showed her hitting another student with a baton
Oh, I saw that. I saw this. Okay. Yeah.
during a track meet.
Yes.
And the athlete gave her point of view.
Yes. It was like an interview type setting.
And said it was an accident.
Yes. I
The
saw
video's
that.
on the screen right now. Just watch it.
Not only that, but she also never once said sorry.
No. And as you just saw in the video, you saw her take out her hand and whack. Did you see the video?
Yes.
Her father said, well, I had a different angle and it was clearly an accident. No, it was not. The NAACP is involved. Saying that the girl is receiving death threats and hate speech and racial slurs. She's lying. You're a liar.
She doesn't deserve the racial slurs, but
No,
the
death threats. You
but-
shouldn't be. But you're a liar.
Yes, she's a liar.
You deserve to be not allowed to do that again.
She looked at her as she got past and whacked her.
She said her arm got stuck. No, her arm
No,
didn't
she
get
went-
stuck. You literally swung and fractured the girl's skull.
Yes, and the girl was
kept running.
unable to finish the race. And
She hit the deck.
She now has a concussion and a fractured skull. Yep.
She broke her head
Accident though.
by accident.
Yeah.
Silly.
I'm not sure you can fracture someone's skull by accident, to be honest.
It's foolishness, Nick.
It is foolishness.
Let's put a name on this girl.
Let's.
It was high school. Kaylin Tucker. Nope. Kaylin Tucker was the girl who got hurt. I'm very sorry. How come we don't have the girl's name?
Well, they're probably protecting it at this point, so she stops getting death threats.
Oh, that makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, I can't find her name. Darn. Okay.
Just gotta look on Twitter or Reddit and you'll
We'll
find
do
it.
All right. Well, that's that. That's in no particular order. She had her dad and her grandfather next to her, and they were like motioning. Stop. Stop this foolishness. Okay. We had a lot of Champions League action this past weekend. And I'm going to use this time that Anthony's not here to talk about soccer. Today, there was huge drama, okay? Massive drama. Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid today. And it was 1-0 for Real Madrid on aggregate coming in. And Atletico scored in the first 27 seconds of the game. We'll hear about that later in the show. Only to go to penalties. And then the drama really unfolded because Alvarez took a pen for Atletico, scored it, but it was called back. It was called back because of a double touch. Nick, did you see the video?
I did. It was very sad because he was going to score anyway. However, I believe it was a double touch at the end of the day.
They were showing on UEFA, live, whatever, their show, their desk show there. The ball did move slightly.
Yeah. And I've watched
sad.
I've watched like the VAR, like the behind the scenes of all the angles they get and everything. Like us people didn't see the angles they saw. Like they probably saw it with 100% clear vision and then just radioed the ref and said, "Yep, it's double hit, confirm it." And then the decision was made.
The views that we see are
could go either way. Yeah.
It would be one where if they called it a goal on the ice in hockey, it would stay.
Yeah, exactly. But you know VAR had a better angle. You know they zoomed in on it, saw the ball change direction.
Right,
or whatever.
VAR is not going to necessarily lie.
No.
Right?
No.
It's
all recorded and confirmed by like multiple people in the booth. Like the I don't know if you've seen the videos.
Yes.
The main guy like has to make sure like he'll ask his boy over here, is this good? And he'll be like, yep. Is this good? Yep. And I'll be like, okay, I think it's good. And then then they talk to the ref. And sometimes they'll have the ref come over and look at what they're looking at to make sure it's good. And then all four of them have to confirm it.
It's tough. It's a tough call. It ended up being 4-2. There was a miss.
Yeah.
By Atletico.
Off the crossy.
Yeah, at almost the corner of the crossbar in the post. And so Real wins. Real wins in pens 4-2. And they're going to play Arsenal next. What do you think about that matchup?
This was going to go along with who I thought will win going forward, and I was going to say that Arsenal are frauds, and they are. They are not going to win versus Real Madrid at all. It will not be close. Stop it. Arsenal is no good.
Did you see the level of play in the highlights?
Yeah.
Of the game today?
Yes.
I mean, both of those teams are at near the top of La Liga.
Yeah. And for Real Madrid to even beat
Barca
Atletico,
is the only team ahead of them.
Yeah.
Right, for them to beat Atletico is a huge win. League play, Champions League, they're 2-3 in the league. This is not like one was a favorite and one was the underdog. I think they're tied in points.
Probably.
Or they're separated by
close,
1
yeah.
point. I think Real had 57 points so far, and Atletico has 56.
They're interchangeable.
Right, you could put either one on top. So it was a dogfight of a game. It was a great game.
Yeah.
A very different style. If you watch English football, it's a very different style of play. Very much more faster pace and attacking style. So to see a 1-0 game go to penalties, it just shows how good the defenses are.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Who do you think is going to win the league?
Man, there's just so many big names in here that, like, it's hard to pick just one. I think Barcelona is very scary. I think Bayern is very scary. Those are kind of my two top picks right now. But I was looking at some stuff, and I want to say these teams better not sleep on Aston Villa, because boy is that team hot. Boy is that team looking good. They whooped Club Brugge twice. And that's no joke. Club Brugge is second in it's like the Berlin League or something, whatever. Aston Villa is good. They got who is it? Marco something or other. Marco Asensio, who has been very dominant in this Champions League so far.
Club Brugge 6-1, right, on aggregate.
Yep. Marco Asensio had like 3 goals through those out of those 6. He's been so good. So I think Bayern. I can see Aston Villa beating PSG. Believe it or not.
That's a huge game. Yeah, I think they have a shot. The team that I'm interested in, and they've really had a good go of it, is Inter Milan in Serie A. I think they have as good a chance as anybody to win. I've just been really impressed with their performance so far. They are playing Bayern on April 8th, which is just a silly amount of time.
Yeah.
And another break in the action, and it's just a dumb thing. But they're playing Bayern.
If they can get through Bayern, then they might be unstoppable.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's going to be a big deal. The other matchup is, like you said, Aston Villa, PSG, Real Madrid, Arsenal, and then Dortmund and Barcelona. I don't think Barcelona should have a problem winning that.
I don't either. I mean, you see who they're being.
Dortmund is power to them for winning against LOSC.
Did you see Lamine Yamal from Barcelona?
No.
He has 5 goals, 11 assists this season in 21 starts. But let me tell you something about him. His birth date, July 13th, 2007.
So he's 17.
He is 17 years old.
That's wild.
And he's a top guy on Barcelona.
That's amazing. In just 17 years of life.
That's team
crazy.
Is scary. With a guy like that.
Barca might, they've got as good a chance as anybody to win. I think Inter, if I had to pick an underdog, I'd say Inter Milan for me. But all four of these games should be very good. They should all be competitive, I think. And that's your Champions League. Anthony not here roundup. It's appropriate. All right, before we finish off today, let's talk about UConn. We are an equal opportunity podcast. We'll talk about the men and women. Nikki is here to talk about the UConn men and women. Nikki.
Yes.
UConn has won 2 in a row. 2 national championships in a row. They are unranked.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are.
They will be in the top 64 teams.
Yes, they have already cemented a selection.
Yes. They will be there. They haven't been seeded yet, have they?
No.
Does UConn have a shot at a three-peat?
A shot, yes. Now, a likely shot, probably not. I mean, Duke is like unstoppable right now. Cooper Flagg, averaging 27 and 5, 50, 40, 90. Kid's unstoppable. And then he has 4 guys starting with him that are all putting up over 10 a game, too. That team might not be beatable, but the only thing I can say about UConn, I think anyone that watches college basketball knows this for a fact, is when UConn gets hot in March, it is a problem for every other team that stands in their way. And let me tell you, they are on a 4-game win streak right now. UConn is hot. Do not let them get hot in March, or there will be a problem for the rest of the teams. And that is why they have a shot. Not a likely shot, but if they stay hot, they have a big shot.
And then there's the women.
There is the women.
The women are no strangers to being top 5 ranked nationally. And they are the 3 right now. They're number 1 in the Big East, and they are 3 nationally. They have fallen short year in and year out now. And Gino's not getting any younger.
Neither is Paige.
And neither is Paige. What about the women, Nick?
Chris, when you asked me if UConn's going to bring another one home this year, I was going to say yes, but it won't be the men. I think the women have it this year. I mean, it's Paige's last year. It's Azzi's last year. It's Ducharme's last year. I mean, this is the end. And this is it's now or never. I think they know that right now. I think they know they have to win this year or they're not going to win. I mean, it's as simple as that. And they have been nearly unstoppable this season. They've beaten the top teams. And I think this is their best chance that they've had to do it. And I think they will, honestly. Paige and Azzi are...
They just destroyed number 2 South Carolina.
Yeah. Destroyed. Not even close.
It's wild how bad that was of a beatdown.
Yes. I mean, this team...
Almost a 30-point win.
Yeah. This team is looking unstoppable. It looks like they know it's their last chance.
Right. And they've won 10 in a row. They're 18-0 in the conference. Obviously, they need to win that first.
Yes, of course.
So, Nikki thinks UConn wins 1 championship, and it's the women.
Yep. And I will be at the Big East Conference Finals on Saturday to watch the men face off against whoever they're facing off against.
Nice. I'll be down there in the city, too.
Yes, sir.
In a different part of New York. I'll be at UBS. That'll be
okay.
Not watching the Islanders, though.
I'll be down there like all day. I don't know when you guys are going, but maybe we link up.
Oh, boy. Yeah, you could link up with me and Mom.
Yeah, why not?
We'll see. I got kid duties the next morning. I know. All right, Grammys Grinder of the Week to finish things off today.
Did he send you one?
No.
Okay.
We gave him the week off.
All right.
All right. I'm happy he sent me the pasta. You want to go first?
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
My Grammys grinder of the week is Stephen Curry. I've definitely made him my grinder before, but I do have to point out that I have a very good reason for it because my man is averaging 30 since Jimmy Butler joined this team. He's averaging 30 since the All-Star break. He is, I believe, 9-1 since the All-Star break. He is solo carrying this team, and now he can because he's getting a little attention taken away from him. There is nobody in the world that gets guarded like Stephen Curry.
Nobody.
And puts up the numbers that he puts up. He's putting up MVP numbers right now from his unanimous year. It's unreal. And if he can continue this for the rest of the season, they will not be a play-in team anymore, and he will be in the MVP race.
He's your favorite player, right?
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
He could be in
This
the
is
race.
all real. These are all facts. This is not opinion-based.
No, he's playing great basketball.
And, yeah, over the last 10 games, there has been nobody hotter than Stephen Curry. And he had a 58-piece recently against the Spurs or something. Yeah, he's been on fire. And Jimmy Butler has made a big impact for that. But, Steph still has to do it himself. So, Stephen Curry, Grammys grinder.
Great pick. And mine is Conor Gallagher of Atletico Madrid. He scored the fastest goal ever by an Englishman in Champions League history. Okay? It was also the quickest goal in Atletico's Champions League history when he scored just 27 seconds into the match today against Real Madrid. We talked about it. Game's over. They didn't end up advancing. It was also his first goal in European competition, so he made a little bit of history. So I wanted to keep it soccer today. So Conor Gallagher is my Grammys grinder of the week.
Good choice.
Thank you. Very good.
Very good. Very good bread.
Thank you. We had a lot of fun today. It was
We did.
Nikki and Chris today.
It was very chill.
Yeah. Good vibes.
Yes.
Low-key vibes.
Yes.
Do this.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you next video.
Thanks, Sabrina. Follow us on TikTok at Sports and Spag Pod and follow us on Instagram at Sports and Spaghetti Pod. And I want to thank everybody for listening so much. What?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, make sure you like and comment.
Like and comment. Comment. Start conversations under our videos.
Yes, especially on TikTok.
Yes, those are good.
Yes.
Those are good.
I think next week the Jolly Rancher should be, you have to comment on our TikTok.
Okay. We could make that. All right, Nick, take us away.
I'm Nick. That's Chris. Ant's not here. This has been Sports and Spaghetti. Take care of your loved ones. Bucatini is garbage. And as always, stay full.